On this side, we write by work in progress. Now I told that work in progress is classified into two things. That is your work certified and work uncertified. So these are the two things that are written on your right hand side, and on the left hand side we write the contract cost. This would be your amount column. Similarly, on this side also you will be having one amount column. So you've got, you write on the left hand side contract cost, then you get your work in progress, and if there is any balance, if there is a difference between these two amount, we carry it down to balance, carry it down, and whatever balance is there, we bring it over here, like to balance brought down. We enter the same balance which we have transferred. Then from this balance, what we do, we transfer some of the profit, that is your to profit and loss account. Now this can be, the profit can be, a transfer could be half, could be 1/3, could be 1/4, or no profit would be transferred if the work is not sufficiently certified. So there are various ratios in which work would be transferred to profit and loss account. And whatever balance is there after transferring it to PL account, whatever balance is there, we carry it down and both figures are matched. So some of the amount which has been brought down, from that it is being transferred to profit and loss account. So when we do question, it would be more clear. So shall we start with one question, numerical? Shall we start?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Am I not going too fast now? Is it okay? Those who are attending the classes. Is it not too fast now? Okay. Now, you note down the question. What we have discussed today, we will be taking question on that only. How much profit, if any, do you allow to be considered in the following case? Contract cost, that is 2,80,000. Contract price 5 lakh. Cash received 2,70,000. Uncertified work 30,000. Then there is deduction from bills by way of security 10%. So let us make a contract account. How we are going to find what amount of profit will be transferred to profit and loss account. So this is your contract account. How we are going to do? We are going to make on left hand side, we will start with to contract cost. Now what is the contract cost? That is your contract cost is 2,80,000. Then on right hand side, work in progress. Now I told that work in progress is your work certified and work uncertified. So first let us take what is work certified. Now in this question you see that there is an item shown that cash received. Can you see it? Cash received.
No.
Now this cash you would be receiving only when your work has been certified to that much extent. Then only you will be paid for your work. So cash received is your now from that cash received, how much cash has been received? That is your from the total contract price. You see that you calculate this 2,70,000 into, that is you calculate 90%, 100 upon 90. That is your 3 lakh and work uncertified, that is given in the question, uncertified work 30,000. That is your 30,000. Total it up, you get. If you are not able to understand today, don't worry, just see it for today, then you will be catching it up by after 2-3 days. Then we take the balance down, or difference between 330 and 280. The difference is your 50,000. So you write down 50,000, you match it up, you get this, and then I told that this carried down would be brought over here. You bring it over here to balance brought down 50,000. Now from this we have to transfer profit to PL account. So in this case, whatever profit is there, we take 2/3 of the total work. Now, what would be the ratio of transferring of profit? This we will study how we arrive at this 2/3, how we arrive at half, how we arrive at 1/4. This we would be seeing separately. But you right now you know that since now 90% of the work is complete, so you are entitled for 2/3 of the profit. If your 90% work is complete, then you are entitled for 2/3 of the profit. So your 2/3 profit is being transferred to your PL account, and then whatever balance is there, that you carried down. So balance is over here 20,000. Now this is 1,000 and over here 50,000. So this is the format of your contract account. So here now you see that this Just hold on. Now you see that in your contract account, this we see that if work in progress into two categories, that is work certified and work uncertified. Then there are other things also which you need to keep in mind. Now you see over here that we wrote down to contract cost. Clear? Now this one figure, you are not actually given this one figure, you have to calculate it. So while calculating your cost, that is your contract cost. Now I'm taking a sample so that you are more clear. When we are making this, to keep on your left hand side, like when you purchase the material, initially we started with the stock ledger account. In stock ledger account, we learn how to maintain your stock on the basis of LIFO and FIFO. We have discussed two things. Now, when we purchase the material, you write down on left hand side. That is your to material purchased. And in costing, we learned that for calculation of cost, we take material cost, we take labor cost, we take overheads. So these are the three categories for calculation of cost. Now to material purchased, we write it down on left side. Similarly, if material is supplied from store, that also you write on left hand side. That is your to material stores. And if material is coming from contract, for example, there are three contract A, and material is left in contract B, or material is left before completion of work or during the process of work, material is there. Now you want to transfer it to contract A. So there are three contracts, A, B, and C. If there is any remaining material in B, you can transfer it to A. That's why I have written contract A account. Contract A account. So when you are transferring material from B, here also you can write to material from B contract. So these are the items that you show on the left hand side. Then on right hand side, what you show, if material is returned to store, so you write down by material returned to store. Then you write if any material is sold, this also you write on your right hand side. So you write by material sold. Then if there is loss on material, that is your loss on your material sold. If you bear the loss, then that loss would be transferred from here by PL account. In bracket I am writing loss so that you know that when it is loss you write it on right hand side. loss on material sold. Suppose cost of the material is rupees 1000 and then you sell it at rupees 800. Now you bear the loss of 200. So you transfer this 200 into PL account by way of if there is any loss on material sold. So in this way you transfer it. And you also transfer to PL account if any material is stolen or destroyed. For example, if material is there, now you know that from site materials are even stolen, then that also can be treated in your accounts books. You write down by PL account and you can write down to material stolen. Similarly, if any material is destroyed, that thing also you can show in your PL account. That is your by material destroyed. That is, it can be destroyed by your fire or any contingency that is taking a place, you write it down there. And if any balance is there, then you show it over here, that material in hand is this one. So in this way, you show for your materials. Then whatever material is being sold, suppose transfer it to P account. Now you make another contract account in which if any material is being sold, that is your by material sold is your rupees 1200. And if on this material your 1000 is your cost and 200 is your profit, so you show it on your left hand side, that is your to PL account. So losses are shown on this side and profit are shown on left hand side. So if there is profit, you show it on your profit on material sold. Clear? So losses you show it. I'm just giving you two examples. If you happen to have loss, then you show it on your right hand side, and if you happen to have profit, you show it on your left hand side. So these are some of the items that you show in your contract account. Then during contract, some of the other items also you would be seeing, like I told that on your left hand side, what you write, whatever expenses that has been done, like your material, if you purchase the material. Similarly, if you pay any wages, that also you show on your left hand side. So let us make it more clear. So direct material we can write down. We can write down wages also. As unit costs, we saw that there are direct material, direct wages, and direct expenses. All these things we are going to show it on your left hand side. If there is any breakup, then you show it on the basis of breakup. If there is no breakup, then you can show it in one figure, like we started over here. Like we are directly showing the costing. But if there is breakup, you can show it differently. Like I'm just giving you an example of another contract account. So direct material, direct wages. Then if you purchase any plant, or if there are any tools, loose tools, If there are any expenses also, let us take example of, like, you are building a site, in that you use tractor. So whatever tractor expenses are there, so you show it expenses. You show it expenses, and in this tractor expenses there could be sub expenses also, like you are paying wages to driver, or there would be some running materials, or some other direct charges related with your tractor. So these all things you can show it on your left hand side. Now in case of overheads, and like we saw that direct material we are using, wages we are using, expenses also we are using. Now in costing use the word overhead also. So if there is any overhead like depreciation on plant, this also we show it on your left hand side only. So if there is any depreciation, we show it on the left hand side. So on your right hand side, if any there is return of material, or if there is store return, plant return, anything, after adding this figure and this figure, you are left with balance. Now this balance is carried down. Whatever balance is being carried down, you show it over here, and you show like this, like to balance brought down from work cost. And then in this you can add, as we saw in machine hour rate, you saw that we use administrative or selling or some other expenses also. That thing also you can write over here, like in admin expenses, that you can write over here. And suppose if your contract is of rupees 1 lakh, your balance is of rupees 85,000, then your admin cost is this much. Rest of the figure you transfer it in terms of, I told that if you have loss, you show it on your right hand side, and if you have any profit, you show it on your left hand side. So if you have your profit, then you can show it on your left hand side, that is your 6,500. I'm just giving you an example. So this is your, this you brought by contractee account. So from by contractee account, you brought this much, and you have got balance on one side, and you add up admin expenses and you transfer it. So this is the way we prepare contract account. And in next class, we would be showing is that on your left hand side, what you are going to write, you write material, wages, any store issued, or if there is any loose tools, if there is any tractor running expenses, if there is any your indirect expenses, if there is any depreciation, that you write on your left hand side. And what are the things that are written on your right hand side? That is, if there is any store return, if there is loose tool return, if there is plant return, and what you get is your balance being of work cost that you carry it down, that is, you show it on your right hand side. Now from this balance, you show it brought down, that is your balance being work cost down. Then here you show it by contractee account, and in that at bottom you show your administrative expenses, and then you transfer it to your profit and loss account. So I think so for today, this is sufficient. Just if you have any book, just go through your contract so that tomorrow. And so today I just gave you an overview how we are going to deal with your contract account. Thank you very much for today. If you have any question, you can just go ahead and ask. Is there any question coming, or my mic is mute or something else? No one is speaking up. So everyone just switch on your camera so that I can see who all are attending. Adarsh, Swatantrata Yadav, Yumali, Yashwini. Okay, good, good. No, most of them are. So I hope today's class was little bit of satisfactory class. So initially I told that when you are attending your classes, initially we would be going very slow, but if you do not attend your initial classes, then later on it would be becoming complicated. So those who have lagged behind in terms of your classes, when we would be making revision, I would be starting once again right from the basics. Then so you can those who have not attended the previous class, they can continue in that class, and by that time try to understand each and every unit in their own perspective. For example, today I discussed contract. If you have not attended any previous class, then you see this class as your independent so that you can follow today's class. Then for previous, we can continue at later point of time. So thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Do you want to take this part of today's question or not? If you want, you can take this. Is it visible? Is it visible? You take the screenshot so that you can you just have a revision of this. So thank you very much.